In this video, we're going to talk about free traffic and how to get free traffic to your various niche marketing website properties. Traffic is the key to any online business. You need quality traffic to ensure your niche business takes off. Targeted traffic is better than just any traffic. 1,000 targeted visitors outweighs 50,000 untargeted visitors. And by targeted visitors, we're talking about people that are actually interested in what you have to offer. These are visitors that have gone to a search engine and they've actually looked up your material. So they've actually looked up stuff that you offer. So they've looked up dog grooming services, or they've looked up how to improve your golf game. They've looked up content related to what you offer. They've looked up how to lose weight, how to properly set up your first model train track. So they're actually searching for this information. So they are targeted people because they looked for it. And if you're an untargeted visitor, that means just generic clicks, that maybe you just have a website link out there that's on a website that's about a whole bunch of different topics, all kind of a big hodgepodge together, and you're just getting random clicks to your site. And there's a lot of services out there where you can actually purchase website visitors, and they'll even try and tell you that they're targeted to just USA. Well, that still doesn't target it enough. They need to be people that specifically went to a search engine and showed that they're interested in a topic. They need to be people that actually went out there and found you on a banner ad on a golf website. If you have a golf site, a golf niche website that you're going after, you should have banner ads listed on golf specific forums or golf specific websites. It shouldn't be on just generic websites. And so that's how you get targeted visitors. Quality visitors means they found you using keywords, again, related to your niche market. They can also, again, come from relevant websites, as I just mentioned, and you want people on your website to arrive there intentionally. You want them to find your content intentionally. Either they were browsing around on a related website or forum and they clicked a signature link and ended up on your site. That's still intentional because they were looking for information related to the topic you are on. So if you are in the alternative medicine or alternative natural cures market, you would be maybe on a natural cures forum and you have a link at the bottom that people found in your signature and go over to your website. You could, then again, people that are Google searching for keywords, clicking a link from a relevant site, those are people that arrived intentionally. Arriving from an email from a respected individual in the niche market. So, like maybe you had somebody that promoted your product and they got an email on it, and it was a targeted email to people interested in that subject matter. So, here are some free traffic methods to keep in mind. You want to create high quality content that is engaging and informative. We've talked about this before, and this is all about being consistent with your content creation. Free traffic simply boils down to having quality content. And you can actually repurpose that content in many different ways. You could actually make a video and turn that video into a audio or a podcast that then gets distributed. And then you could actually have that audio transcribed into an article and turn that into multiple articles if it's long enough. Make a short report out of it that you can then give away and distribute through PDF sharing websites. And you could actually have it blasted out that way. You could also make it into blog post and then also converted some of that content into an infographic. So one video could be turned into 5 or 6 different forms of material that can be distributed online for your business. And so that's something really important to keep in mind, is really look into repurposing your content. It's really good quality content, but you can repurpose it. With video marketing, you're making simple videos. It could be PowerPoint videos like this one here, where you use a tool like Camtasia or Screencast-O-Matic and a USB headset, as we've talked about before in this course. And that could be as simple as that. Could be as simple as that. Podcasting, that would be where you really get into some content related to that niche market. And so you create a podcast around there where you're actually talking about a subject matter important to it. What we're doing here could be actually made into a podcast as well. It's used as a video, but it could also be a podcast. Content marketing, that's like submitting your articles on eZine Articles, and those are unique articles that you wrote. That's how a site like eZine Articles works, and other article directories. Squidoo.com, getting your content on Web 2.0 sites like Squidoo and Hub Pages. Tumblr is another popular website that you can create a presence on and put unique content. Guest blogging, that's where you're going out and finding websites in your niche market that are looking for content that you could guest blog. So you could do Google searches for your niche plus submit post, your niche plus submit article, your niche plus submit content, your niche plus guest post, and you could come across using all these different search parameters. And so if your niche is golf, obviously golf goes in there. If you're into dog grooming or dog training, it would be dogs. And if you're in the fitness weight loss niche, it'd be fitness or weight loss. Or if you're in the natural cures, it would be that. Holistic, if that's what it is, whatever your niche is, model trains, hobbies, those kind of things. Now if you're in like model trains, you might need to be broader if you want to find potential guest posting opportunities. So you might say hobby, guest post, those kind of things, and you'll come across hobbyist type websites that are looking for guest post as well. Social media is a great way to get free traffic. You could do Facebook. With Facebook, you can do post on your own profile. You could do a group. You could set up your own fan page. You could interact with other people within other groups and pages related to your niche market. Twitter is also phenomenal. You could follow people that are also following big players in your niche, and hopefully some of them will follow you back. And you can post your content every time you post an article or a new video and you repurpose it, you could get it out there on Twitter. Do Google Plus. That's where you could do again post, and you have groups and you have Google Plus pages. LinkedIn, Pinterest. Those are really big social media sites. And so every time you have an infographic or an image that you use within one of your blog posts, you could share it out there on Pinterest. Maybe you find a quality image related to your niche and you want to engage your audience, so you share that on your Pinterest account. Forum marketing is absolutely huge. It's a kind of an underused method, but it's still extremely powerful. And that's where you go out to forums where people in your niche are hanging out. Not only is it important to be on the forums in your niche market because you see the problems people have, you see the pains that they have, and you find out the solutions that they're actively looking for. But with a forum, you could actually have a signature in there. So you could put in a signature link. Now, not every forum has this. Before you go about this strategy, you don't want to get too involved in a forum that does not allow you to have a signature link. So you do want to check that out, read their terms and conditions, and see if people have a signature. But really, once you get active and become somebody that's providing help in there, if you have your link to your website in the signature link, pretty soon people are going to take notice to that. And if you are in there, maybe you do 5 posts a week or you do 10 posts a week, let's say, and by the end of a year you have 500 posts out there. That's 500 different locations on this forum that a link to your website is found. You do that the next year, by the end of after 2 years of being on the forum, and this is just posting 10 times a week. That's 2 times a day, which is not that much. Interacting on a forum, that is over 1,000 times that you're found within that forum, and your traffic can really gradually grow from there, and you can gain the respect of people inside the forum. Blogging is another avenue. We just touched on blogging as a strategy. Absolutely huge. Search engine optimization, that goes in with having a good blog. We talked about some of those methods. Within there, that's where you're optimizing your site for the keywords. You're building backlinks to your site by getting good content out there, and you're actively creating really good resources and content that people want to link to. PDF sharing sites like slideshare.net. That's where you could actually take, let's say you took a video that you recorded, made it into an audio, transcribed it into a short report, and then you went ahead and took that short report and put it up on slideshare.net. So you just basically got 3 times the exposure, and then you took some of the content, turned it into multiple articles that go out to Ezine articles, and then a couple different blog posts that it turns into on Tumblr. And next thing you know, you're found all over the place with one piece of content that you maybe spent an hour, 30 minutes to an hour creating, and it became something that is shared across multiple platforms. Blog commenting is another great strategy, and to explain that, it's basically where you go out to websites in your niche market that have a blog. So you go type in the phrase blog, whatever your niche is, and you go out there and you find their most recent blog post, or you find a blog post that's getting a lot of active views on it and a lot of interaction, and you make a comment on there. You make a relevant comment. You could reply to what you thought about the article, how it made you feel, and be very specific here. You don't want to just say great article, pat yourself on the back, you did a good job. That's way too generic. You want to give your specific opinion. It's even if your opinion differs, you want to give that opinion, and in exchange it'll typically ask for your name, your email, and your website, and just casually drop in your website. That's not a spot where you jump in and anchor text. Anchor text are a thing of the past anyway, but that's where your name is not weight loss training or dog grooming. your name is whatever your name is, John Smith, goes in there, not, dog grooming, so you stuff in a keyword. That's going to look spammy. So with blog commenting, it works well because you're getting links from an active resource, an active website. But you could just throw in your website link because people might be curious and go, wow, this person has some good opinions on this blog comment. Let me go check out his website. And you really want to do this on the most active sites so you're getting the best use for your time invested here. It's not saying you want to go out there and be found on thousands of blogs. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is maybe go out to a couple main blogs in your niche a day of the big ones and leave a comment and actually provide value in there. Maybe help somebody that asked a question and reply to them. But always just use your website there because that's a great opportunity where it's going to get people in your niche that are reading through the comments, because a lot of people like to read comments. They're curious about what people think, and they may click on your image and go over to your website. Ask for links to your content. After you create content or you have a really good video, go out and ask people to link to it. People want to share resources with their audience as well. Find them on social media, on Twitter. That kind of material works really good for getting shared out there. Email marketing. If you have your email list, if you're building up your niche business the correct way, we talked about the importance of email marketing. Make sure you don't underestimate the power of sending out an email to your list to get free traffic, because once it's on your list, it's basically free traffic, except for paying to host that email list. But for all intents and purposes, it's free targeted traffic. Joint ventures. This is traffic from your affiliates. And the reason it's free, some people may argue that it's a paid method as well, because you're paying people that they get a commission after they send you a sale. But the reality is you don't pay for the traffic up front. They could send you 1,000 visits, and if they didn't send very good visitors, or let's say your offer didn't convert, which hopefully that's not the case, because otherwise they're not going to send you traffic again. But let's say if they send you 1,000 visits and let's say that 3% of them convert, which wouldn't be a bad conversion rate, that would be roughly 30 sales. So you have to pay them, 50% of that or whatever the case is, but you don't have to pay out any commission until a sale is made. So that means you've made 50% or you've made 25%, whatever your commission is set at, you've made money before they're even getting paid out. So that's why it's considered free traffic, and it's targeted traffic because it's coming from affiliates that want to get targeted traffic there. And the beauty of it though is you're not out any money, and for buying that traffic, you're not buying those 1,000 clicks. You are actually just getting those clicks, and if they turn into a sale, then you would end up paying the individual affiliate out. And you always want to pay your affiliates on time. But again, this is a great free traffic method because you're not paying up front for it. You only pay if the result happens, and if a result happens, you've made money. Next, we're going to talk about paid traffic methods and how you can use those with your niche marketing business.